We need to continue to stand up resolutely against extremist and inhumane tendencies that still exist in Europe today. We need to fight any form of hatred and terrorism and violence day by day. It is incumbent upon us, the member states of the European Union, to hand down the lessons we learned from our history to future generations and to stand up for peace and the rule of law in our immediate neighborhood and in the rest of the world. What is also important in this respect is to empower others to see to their own stability and security in their region, settling conflicts peacefully if possible. Britain and Germany continue to work together closely to attain this goal. We shoulder responsibility jointly in the hotspots of today's world: Afghanistan, the Horn of Africa, Mali, the Balkans.
Es kann nicht ausreichen, diese Krisen nur irgendwie überstehen zu wollen.
Is that it is not sufficient to resign oneself to merely somehow muddle through. Our ambition must be a different one. Our ambition must be to emerge stronger from the crisis than we went in. Because this is precisely what this is all about, asserting our values and interests in the world at large. Or, to quote again Richard von Weizsäcker and his speech here, after 2 world wars, the global balance of powers has changed drastically. The nations of Europe will only have a history of their own in keeping with their traditions if they proceed together. End of quote. This will only work, however, if together we make the European Union a better place. I, as German Chancellor, see Britain as an important ally in this endeavor. The European Union must become stronger, must become more stable, more competitive than it is today. It must rally round and focus on the great challenges of our time. A strong European Union needs strong European institutions and strong member states who represent our common interests in the world, united and self-confident. Only a strong and competitive European Union will be able to fulfill its promise of prosperity also for future generations and regain the trust of its citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, we Germans shall never forget that the happy and prosperous development of our country is inseparable from the history of the European Union. We Germans shall never forget that we owe the happy and prosperous development of our country to the readiness of our European partners and friends to forgive and to stretch out a hand of friendship and reconciliation. We Germans are aware of our responsibility for a good future for the Union. And this is why we shall do everything we can to enable the European Union to keep its promise of peace, freedom and prosperity for generations to come. What we are going to do now, or what we fail to do to reform the political shape of the European Union in keeping with the times, will decide Europe's future.